What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent day. If you're a fan of the New York Jets, this has been an eventful, emotional day that probably drove us all crazy for about an hour. As Jets practice number 2, sitting at work and you're scrolling through, X, and all of a sudden you see Justin Fields getting carted off the field. And I'm like, you've got to be absolutely kidding me. It's friggin', we just started camp and the excitement's just starting to build up. And then all of a sudden getting text, I got sources, it's Achilles injury, it's non-contact, he's going to be out for the year. I'm like, I can't go down this path today. Just not. I'm like, I want to wait till Aaron Glenn announces what's going on, and we can kind of see how they handle injuries, how much they openly communicate about it in terms of honesty. In the past, a 1-week injury ended up being out for the year, but Glenn comes out and says it's a toe injury. Apparently later on they said it was a dislocated toe, not the big toe. Dated, I guess listed as day-to-day. I'm sure we'll find out more or the next day about the significance of it, but if it's not teething, I think it's a good start. And then now it's just a matter of how long is he out, how much camp time does he miss. In terms of chemistry with his teammates, he was at all the OTAs, he's at mandatory minicamp. It's not ideal when the pads come on for him to not be there, but as long as it's not out 4 to 6 weeks, you feel a bit better about it. If anything, long-term, you're hoping this isn't an injury that nags and hinders his ability to run, hinders his mobility or makes him a little bit hesitant, because that's a big part of his game. Other than that, you also kind of have some faith with Tyrod Taylor being the backup. In the past, the Jets didn't always have a competent backup. Tyrod Taylor, a veteran guy, respected guy, could have been a captain last year, can make all the throws, he's mobile. So it's not like when you're installing the offense, there's now a step back. They can still do business as usual. So that's a break for the Jets as well. You wonder if if Fields is out for a long period of time and Tyrod starts playing very well, if there is a media-created quarterback controversy, but we'll see what happens there. Other than that, I guess the one thing is, Aaron Glenn, when he first became a Jets head coach, he was kind of feisty and not arrogant, but kind of mean to the media. And now his approach has been a little bit more different. He's talking more football. He's talking a lot of positivity, too, today, where he knows some may be rattled by this Fields injury. He talked about competition, next man up, we can do this. I've been through before with all the injuries in Detroit. Also talked up Brandon Stevens having a very good camp, and that's a guy that they know struggled last year and is kind of maybe building up his confidence and trying to get him to start stack good days. I think the one report that was most bothersome out of all this was the Jets have 2 young kickers that they brought in as Zerline's gone now, and they were terrible, which, you take a calculated risk with young kickers, but it's day 2 of camp. So you got to let this play out. But a position like that, with a team like this, I wouldn't take any chances with this. If this continues over 2-3 weeks and into the preseason, bring in a veteran guy and make the change. Because I think at this point, the Jets are assessing everybody they inherited and everybody they signed and gathering information. Okay, he can do this, he can do that. And when the pads come on, a lot of things change. Or when live drills happen, a lot of things change. So if these kickers are struggling now, and to me, kicking is a confidence sport, or a confidence position. If they're struggling now, I'm not playing a long game with them. I would move on after 2 to 3 weeks or a preseason game or 2 if you see the same results. Now, I know Mike Westhoff's going to be in practice over the next week, so that's going to help maybe cater or maybe help coach and mentor these guys, but something to keep an eye on. And other than that, that's it, man. It's never a dull moment with the Jets. I'm curious to see what happens with Fields as they go forward. Hopefully it's not a long thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing this offense be installed and this young team try to take another step forward and moving this culture in a different direction. I'll talk to you guys later.